Winning is easy to celebrate, staying consistent is the real challenge. That's where mindset and discipline separate champions from everyone else. Hey everyone, welcome back to Game Changers Voices of the Industry, the show where we sit down with the people building, shaping, and pushing the gaming ecosystem forward. Today's guest is someone the Indian esports community knows very well, but it's always worth revisiting journeys like his. He's a three-time ESL India champion, one of the most decorated PC esports athletes in the country, and someone known across the scene as Captain Cool for his calm, clutch leadership. He's led teams like Orangutan, Revenant, Velocity Gaming, Global Esports, and Godlike, represented India on international stages, and set a standard for professionalism in esports. Sabyasachi, really glad to have you with us today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rucha. Thank you so much for that amazing intro. Thank you, thank you. Yep, I'm ready for all your questions and all.
All right. Okay. Let's begin with rewinding a little and
Right.
starting from the beginning, right? So, how did competitive gaming first become a part of your life?
I mean, it goes back to 2011, if I'm not wrong. Uh, there was a small internet cafe in our locality called Fusion Max, and as a kid, when being from a Bengali household, we used to get a little money from our grandparents, and also used to collect those money and used to go to the cafe and play games. So that time I saw a couple of guys. They were playing this game called Counter Strike 1.6, and they were screaming, shouting,
Yeah.
and there were so much thing happening. So I thought that what is this? I asked the cafe owner what's happening inside, and he's saying there's a tournament match going on and it's all serious. I said okay, let me watch, and then I got the hook that okay, this is something interesting. So I kept playing that video game,
Hmm.
and I got better every day. And that time I was playing cricket professionally. I was playing for the Bengal under 15 team that time at the age of 11 years. So I think that mentality also helped me because I was already into sports, and I was a bit disciplined in that way. So I improved a lot. I started playing my own. I made my own team with my school friends where I was only carrying them, and I played a couple of local lands, and then I realized that this is what I like, this is what I love, and you know let's continue doing it. So yeah, if you that will be it. That is when I realized that competitive gaming is something which I can do.
Understood. Back then, how did things look for you at home? Like, were your family and friends supportive from the start, or did that take time?
I mean, the friends that at that time I was 11 or 12 years old, if I'm not wrong,
Mhm.
and my friends were like same like me, same maturity level like me. So they were like, okay, whatever you're doing great. But my family was skeptical that time. They were, you know, typical middle class family household that happens. What are you doing? It's gambling or what? And
Right.
why are you not studying? Why are you going to a cricket coaching camp? All these things. So they were not at all supportive. My mom used to go to that cafe and beat, beat me out. And she's like, you're wasting money and all these things. So it was not easy that time. They never understood what I was doing, and I don't blame them because it was nothing that time. Esports gaming, it was nothing.
Right. Yeah. So, but like before the trophies and before the recognition, what was like your toughest phase where you went through, something that really shaped you as a competitor?
I mean, sustaining because
Mhm.
that was the main part, that participating in tournaments. Right now there's a lot of online culture where you play online games, you can practice with international players and all, but that time there was no online culture. If you have to come to Mumbai or a Bangalore to play against good teams and learn from them. And me coming from Calcutta, we never had opportunities. So sustaining was a very big thing. To participate tournaments you need money. You need to travel, you need to buy tickets, and you need to get some good. um, uh, devices to play or computers to play. So that was the hard part, but I was managing it because I was playing every tournaments in local cafes, and if whatever I'm winning, I was saving it to play the next one. So that is a very hard part that time because we had no family support or no financial monetary support from anyone. So yeah.
Right, got it. But you've won like three ESL India championships, which is like not a small thing at all. So, from your
Yeah.
perspective, what does long-term consistency in esports actually demand? What does it take?
I mean, esports is like traditional sports which people don't understand because the thing is, to be top, to be at the top, or to go to that position is very easy, but maintaining that top spot is very very hard because everybody is there to pull you down. Everybody is because you are the team to beat that time. You know, so I think one thing I understood is that if there is pressure, you need to handle that pressure. Number one. Number two, you need to be disciplined because there are people who are working twice harder than you to beat you, and you have to work more harder than them. You need to work harder than them to maintain your top spot, to maintain your lead. So I
Understand.
think that is the reason where consistency comes, and some people don't understand that. And after winning, I've seen many people that they have won one tournament, two tournaments, and then they fall. So I think that is the most important thing.
Got it. And like you said, pressure and tackling pressure. Like you're often called Captain Cool, which is like very calm, composed, and in the
Yeah.
clutch moments. So did that mindset come naturally, or was it developed over time through all the pressure and through even like tough losses that you faced?
Yeah, I mean, I was not at all cool when I was a youngster. I was a very, I cannot say that on camera, but I was a very so adamant ego because was the star player when I was young, when I was 17, 18. All the people were getting the limelights and all. Later on, when I got the captainship role and some responsibilities under me, then I realized that I have to maintain my decorum. I have to learn certain things. I have to I need to lead bunch of youngsters and all. Later on in my career, I've developed this personality, and I've learned how to handle pressure. Also, many people shaped me up. You know, not directly, indirectly, because I follow a lot of sports. I follow a lot of athletes. I
Mm,
see how they behave. I see how they react to hate. I see how they react to pressure. All those things I try to apply in my career, in my game. So I think that helped me. And one thing I understand that when you are angry, when you are frustrated, you cannot make right decisions, or you cannot choose the right path. So I always try to calm myself down, and always try to uh, calm my team down so we achieve the goal. So I think that is the reason people call me Captain
Captain
Cool.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. And like you said, you also make sure that your team is calm and composed during tough situations. And you have captained some of India's strongest rosters. So,
Yeah.
in your experience, what is it that truly separates like a good player from a good leader?
I mean, a good leader should lead from all fronts, not only inside the server. Everybody can be a good tactician, but everybody cannot be a good leader. So you need to lead outside the game as well. Sometimes you need to sit and discuss personal stuff to players, so that they are free, you know, they trust you to discuss their own problems which they're having outside of the game, and then maintaining the schedule, maintaining the discipline, as well as boosting them, as well as taking good decisions, selfless decisions. So all these things you need to have in you to lead a certain bunch of people, and to be successful as a leader. So these kind of things makes the difference between a player and a leader, I would say.
Got it. Got it. And when you look at the younger players, do you see any qualities in them which, where you immediately think that this player has potential or could play very well in the future?
Yeah, I see the raw talent. That is one of my roles and responsibility as a leader to
Mm,
scout raw talent and nurture them. So yeah, I see a lot of talent. I believe in all India project. I don't like previously what used to happen is there were only players from Mumbai. There's only players from Bangalore. There's only players some players from Delhi. But now Indian esports is way more vast. We get players from Jharkhand. We get players from uh, you know uh, Tripura and all. We get players from Sikkim. So I think this is the change which we wanted, and I think I'm very lucky to scout some players from those areas as well as my city, West Bengal. So I think now the talent pool is more. Now everything is great.
Hmm.
So yeah, definitely when I see talent, I see the raw skill.
Got it. Very interesting that now players are coming from everywhere. The more local you go,
Yeah.
very surprisingly you get some good talent from there.
Yes.
Sabyasachi, can you share like any moment where your leadership mattered more than skill? Where you were managing
Yeah.
people or pressure, and that really changed the outcome of a match.
I'll tell you an interesting story. So we were playing this tournament called VCL Valorant Challengers League South Asia, 2023, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I was in Orangutan, and we were undefeated the whole season.
Okay.
And then comes the grand finals. Whoever wins will go to Bangkok, Thailand, and represent India in the international stage. So the final match happens, and we were undefeated, untouched. We were playing very good Valorant. We were winning every team against every team, and then comes the final where suddenly the opponent were playing. They were leading. So in that game we had a best of five. So we started. I think they won the first game. We won the second game. Again they won the third game, and then we won the fourth game. Very close game we won. So it all comes down to the decider, fifth match, right? So one of my teammates, he was very frustrated, and he was a Filipino, he was a Pinoy guy. He was playing with us as an import. He was playing with us, and he was very frustrated with himself that he's not performing, he's not delivering for the team when it's needed.
Mm.
So that time I decided when I was in school, there were one story that my class teacher used to say that make the naughtiest guy the class monitor. That in that way that guy cannot disturb the class. He has to mind the class. You know. So imagine final, me being the captain for the whole season. Final last game, I decided to switch the role. I told him I want you to lead the game. I want you to give the call outs. I want you to lead us. I'm gonna follow you. So that guy who is frustrated, who is not playing good, suddenly there's a responsibility of leadership. Suddenly he's not frustrated anymore. He's playing. He played the best game. He gave ideas. All, obviously, I helped him, but he gave ideas. He was leading, and we won the championship.
Wow.
So this is something which I always see that sometimes you don't need tactical knowledge. Sometimes you need the instinct. You need to solve problems as a leader immediately. So yeah, I think that sums up your
Right,
question.
got it. Very interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
that just for that to also strike you during all that whole pressure situation, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Sabyasachi, you've also watched Indian esports, evolve over the years. So, what is the biggest challenge you notice today compared to like when you started?
I mean, I faced all kinds of
Yeah.
challenges when I started. Now it's very smooth, very professional. But if you're talking about current situation, I think the challenging part is to get the grassroots, to click the grassroots level esports,
Mm.
because we don't have a supply chain yet. People are people are exploring, but we are not exploring in the correct way. So I think in terms of facility, we are okay. We have world class facilities in terms of boot camping, in terms of devices, technology. We have all those things. But to grow talent pool, to nurture talent, to represent, not just represent India outside, we want, I want personally to win and go and get those trophy internationally. We need the grassroots. So for me, being a esports athlete mindset. I come from I was a esports athlete, so I think that is something which I want to change, and I want uh, people to understand that grassroots level is very, very, very important to sustain as a esports community. Yeah.
Got it. What does a boot camp look like? Like, if you can just, tell us, explain to us what happens in a boot camp.
Basically, we call this a boot camp. It's a training facility in the esports industry. We call it a boot camp. Like in Indian Army, also they call the training facility a boot camp.
Right.
So here we practice together, we eat, we stay together, and we train under coaches and all. We play tournament together. Basically, it's a training facility where we learn, we make mistakes, we rectify, and we bond. So I think, in short, that is boot camp. And if I talk to you about the scheduling,
Hmm.
it's pretty industry standards that, like, we wake up in the morning, we have a breakfast, we do some workouts, and then we start practicing, and then we have lunch.
Hmm.
After that, we our practice ends around 7 or 8 p.m. Then we have short break, we have some food, some snacks, and then we sit again with the coach for feedback sessions, like what happened throughout the day, what mistakes we made, or what should we improve on, or we watch opponents.
Hmm.
So we do all these things. Then we have dinner, and that's how the whole day ends. Then we have our personal time. We talk to our family
Hmm.
and all.
So how many days is a boot camp roughly, like average?
I mean, it depends. It depends basically to your roadmap. For example, if you have big tournaments coming up, uh, like for example, if you have back-to-back tournaments lined up, the boot camp can be as long as 2 months, 3 months. You
Oh,
know, and if there is a break, if there is a player break and all, then we all go back home. We relax with our family, friends, and then we come back again to the boot camp. So it depends on the roadmap that what we are having.
understood. Um, Also, there's a lot of hype around esports careers right now. Like, everybody's talking about, how to get into esports, and there are some myths also. So, is there any misconception, that young players have when, you see them, they want to go pro, but, they're not getting it right, or they think about something which is not actually what, esports careers looks like?
Yeah, I mean, uh, when you started this discussion, I already told you that esports is same as any other traditional sports.
Of course,
You
yeah.
see a lot of players playing cricket, but only 16 of them can represent the country. You know, so it's the same. Only the top and the best only can make and can
Mm.
sustain in the industry. That's why I say. That's why I tell all the kids that yes, you try esports, but always have your plan B. You know, do your studies, complete your education, and then simultaneously you do your esports thing. Because what if you cannot make it? Well, it's a very cutthroat industry. The, that if you are the best, then only you will be getting paid, or you'll get offered contract.
Mm.
So that is one thing people don't understand. That some young guys don't understand that. They think that if I'm playing every day, every night, I can be an esports athlete. That's not how it works. You need to have a proper schedule. You need to have a disciplined life. So that is something that
Yeah,
I mean young players don't understand.
got it. Got it. And from where you stand, what does India still need to improve, like in terms of training, infrastructure, or even just mindset, for us to compete globally?
Rucha, if I tell you honestly,
Mhm.
mm, I believe that our grassroots level should improve, like colleges, universities. There should be at least people teaching from the university level or from the grassroots level, that how you can be an esports athlete, what things, because still people don't understand. As I said, they open their game. If they're playing mobile games, they're opening their mobile devices and they're playing whole day, but the productivity is zero. Again, if he's a PC guy, PC sports player or gamer, he's opening the game and he's playing every day. So the only luxury, in India as esports player we get is after being at the top. When you are hired by big organization, then you get the luxury of having a coach.
Hmm.
But I mean that is needed. Of course that is needed. But what what about those guys who are 15, who are 16, who are 17, pure raw talent? Why don't we nurture them and we make them like we and the esports organizations will get them ready made,
Yeah.
they're already ready for the stage. Here what happens, the 18-year-old, 19-year-old guys, they come, the the structure is so long that they come esports in the esports organization, they come in, they play, they practice, and it takes a lot of time for them to improve. And some people cannot even you know reach their full potential because they don't have a coach,
Hmm.
they don't have a pipeline roadmap that for amateurs, for semi professionals, for new guys, there is a tournament, there are tournaments going on whole year, you know or there are university activities or activations going on,
Yeah.
or there are people who are teaching them about certain games. So that is something which I miss and which I believe that we should start, because when I was playing, I'll tell you honestly, when I was playing against the Korean teams, for example, they have a team called DRX,
Hmm.
which is a very famous organization, and they have teams for Valorant, for everything, PUBG and all. They have every lineup, and they have four squads. They have four squads, so they already are building the pipeline. They don't have to import from any other organization.
Hmm.
They have four squad. One is DRS Aspects, where there is one is DRX New Generation, one is DRX A Team. All these, I forgot the names, but this is what Korea is doing right now. And I understand that it will be hard in India, because to do all this you need to be sustainable also as a company. You cannot do all by yourself. So, but yeah, as an esports athlete, I want India to improve on this, because we have so much talent and so much player base and audience. We should get a lot more athletes. Yeah.
Got it. Besides, like you said, improvements in terms of grassroots level, do you think
Hmm.
Indian teams that we are producing today, they are ready for
Hmm.
consistent international success?
No, I'll be honest, no, because as I said, that our learning curve, the if the grassroots, if the learning process is not yet ready, how can we expect the guys who are representing can dominate the international scene? We don't have an international trophy yet in esports.
Hmm.
We don't have. Uh, Maybe some achievements we have internationally, but we are not a regular dominant nation in esports. So I think it's it's the process, is the infrastructure or the
Hmm.
roadmap which we get.
Got it. Hmm. And do you think like there are some mistakes that organizations that, Indian esports organizations are repeating that, we should definitely look at sort of controlling immediately?
Mm, I mean, I would not blame them as well, because every organization they come until and unless a owner has a passion project that, okay, I'm going to burn this much amount, I don't want any return. But
Yeah.
everyone comes as as their business model, right? So I won't really blame them, but I would really prefer every organization to have an academy lineup, or to produce academies, so that we give young people a chance or a first look at the how esports really work. So
Hmm.
yeah, that is one thing. And the other part would be, no, I think this is something which otherwise I'm pretty fine with the organization how they're working.
Got it, got it. Okay, and today also, Sabyasachi, a lot of players they're unsure whether to, go in all in competition or go on the content side. So, can someone realistically build a sustainable esports career without being top tier?
No, you cannot build a sustainable esports career in India without being top tier. Yes, you can build a content side of yours. You can be a content creator if you are entertaining, if you're funny.
Mm,
You can be a content creator, and content creator projects are working really fine in India.
mm,
There are so many content creators. Even now, if I say India is one of the best in terms of making content, because in esports not yet, but in content India is winning every awards in international, prestigious content award ceremonies. For example, SATUL, they have won the awards for the past 3 times. Their individual content creators are winning creator of the year and all these things. So content creator, you can be content creator, but again there's a lot of competition, there's lot of hook and catches that you have to understand, the algorithm and all these things. I'm not very qualified for all these things, but I would say that I've seen, and I have friends who are like very big content creators in India. So I see their hard work. So the hard work is definitely there, but you can be a content creator, but you cannot sustain as an esports athlete if you're not top.
Got it. Beginners are entering the scene now. According to you, how should they decide between competitive play or content creation?
Okay, so it's a tricky part. You need to understand yourself that what you want. You
Hmm.
know, if you want to be a pro player, there's a certain system you have to follow. You
Hmm.
know, if you have to be if you want to be a content creator, if you have that personality in you, because I'm not that good in front of camera or something like that. I'm very pretty straightforward, but content needs fun, contents need engagement, engaging people, and you have that personality. So if you have that personality, then sure you can try, but
Hmm.
but if you want to be an esports athlete, you need to have discipline in you. You need to have a schedule that you follow 360 days. Every time you need to follow the same schedule. So yeah, I think that is something which I would recommend.
Got it. And what about the competitive players? Do you think they need a creator presence, like just to stay relevant and
Yeah.
also secure long-term opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, not only to secure long term opportunities, I think you have to build your own brand value as well.
Hmm.
So, so you are engaged to the community, so your community grows, because we as esports athletes, we also have that responsibility to grow our own community.
Hmm.
जितने लोग देखेंगे उतना वैल्यू बढ़ेगा. So I
Right.
think that is something which we believe, that every player, every pro player, if you have numbers, if you are connected to the community, then you should help the community to grow, build your own brand value as well. If you bring, so for example, if you are a esports athlete as well as you have your own brand value, then sponsorships will come, sponsorships will follow, more investments will follow. So I think it is very important for an esports athlete to engage with audience.
Got it. Like a career in esports, it also feels very intense, right? Because it's like it could be short term, and during that duration, it's very like high pressure. So, from your
Yeah,
experience, does it end like why does it end up that way for so many players?
I mean, I'm 29. I'm retired this August. Okay, so even Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, they are all playing in their 30s.
Hmm.
So here comes the important thing that we don't. So I'll tell you the difference between traditional sports and esports. The first difference, which is very clear to our eyes, is physical fitness, right?
Hmm.
So we don't go out to the sun and play the sport. We have to sit inside an air-conditioned room and we are playing, right? But mentally, we have to be sharp every time. For example, we are starting our practice at 12 p.m., right? We need to be mentally fit that time till we end our practice, which is 8 p.m. So from 12 to 8, we need to have the same mental fortitude. We need to have the same mental stress. We need to, we need to take care of those things, right? Till uh, till we end our practice. But what happens in traditional sports, which is like very developed, they have rehab sessions for their physicality. They have coaches who help them in their fitness areas as well as mental areas. We don't have all those things.
Hmm.
For us, we don't have mental coaches. We don't have psychologists, esports psychologists, and all. We don't have all those things. So what we do with on our own only. So I think if those things are implemented in India, I think players can play more. Players can play more. Their performance will be still there. The reflexes will be still there, and I think This is the reason where most esports players they retire early.
Got it. Have you personally faced any burnout or moments where you felt like stepping away from esports?
Yeah, definitely yes. Uh, it's not easy. It looks easy, but it is not at all easy. It is very hard. Sometimes we all I wouldn't I'd be honest that we all face that same thing that um yeah, sometimes overwhelming burnout. We are feeling the burnout. We don't want to continue, don't want to play. But again, this is our bread and butter. We cannot just
Yeah.
leave and just pursue something else. So yeah, I think every esports player who are playing at the top level has faced this thing, and we don't have any help apart from talking to your closed ones. We don't have any professional. We don't get any professional help. So yeah,
Got it. But what is it that makes you sort of reset and come back stronger?
depends on the mentality. So I have a very strong mentality in terms of competing.
Hmm.
And I'm a very big fan of Cristiano. I'm a big fan of Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of Max Verstappen. So all these athletes, I read about them.
Yeah.
I check how they react to pressure, how they react to burnout, what is driving them to be the best in the world. So I created this mindset that whatever I'm doing, I want to do it and I want to win. I want to be the best. You know, so that is something which pushes used to push me. Not anymore. I'm retired, but that is something which helped me a lot and helped me achieve whatever I have achieved all my years.
Got it. So what we'll do, Sabyasachi, now just we'll take a quick, like a rapid fire round. So I will just
That's my
ask you.
favorite.
Yes. So what I'll do is I'll just ask you some quick questions, and you just have to say the first thought that comes to your mind when you
Okay.
hear the question. Yeah. Okay.
Should I?
So
Will I get some hamper? Like
no,
hamper
we
or what?
don't have a hamper right now, but yeah, I mean, we will send you a vote of thanks from our side for sure. Uh,
Okay.
okay. So first question is one match that you will never forget.
IIT Kharagpur Spring Fest 2014 against Evolution. That's the that's that is where Antidote was born. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. One teammate that you trust blindly.
Not one. I have six. Rexy, Excali, Rofuel, RVK, and Aziz, as well as Helef.
Okay.
Seven.
Okay. One mistake beginners repeat all the time.
They just keep playing. They're not studying the game. They are just playing all day.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. One player, Indian player, people should keep an eye on.
Mm, Jonathan in BGMI,
Hmm.
in Valorant, it's lightning fast,
Okay.
and they can watch me my old clips.
Awesome. Okay. And if not esports, what career would you have chosen?
Being okay, I was playing cricket. I'm a Bengali guy. I can sing, so yeah,
Oh,
maybe
very nice.
either cricket or singing.
Okay.
दिल में तेरी हम ना रहे तो गम तो नहीं है गम तो नहीं है किससे हमारे नजदीकियों के कम तो नहीं है कम तो नहीं है इतनी दफा सुबह को ले मेरे आंगन में बैठे मैंने शाम किया चन्ना मेरे आ चन्ना मेरे आ चन्ना मेरे आ बेलिया ओ पिया थैंक यू सो मच
My
आई
God,
फॉरगॉट
that is really good. Like if a 16 or 18-year-old comes to you and asks you, can I really become an esports athlete? What's your honest advice?
Yes, you can definitely become an esports athlete. Please, if you have the passion, if you have that determination and grit, you will definitely become an esports athlete. It is not that tough, but it's not that easy as well. So yeah, I'll definitely promote and I'll definitely help. See, now I've retired and now I have to build the ecosystem. My goal is to build the ecosystem. My goal is to uh, work with the young people, and yeah, definitely.
So, finally, like if people want to follow your journey, your content, streams, updates, how can they do that?
Yeah, so basically, if you want to follow me, my Instagram is official Antidote CS. I also have a YouTube channel called Antidote CS, and right now I'm working as a head of esports for Jutsu Gaming. So you can watch my content in their channel also. So yeah.
Awesome.
Also, I'll come to Game Insider more, so you can watch me here
Yes,
also.
definitely. Sabyasachi, thank you so much for joining us today. Your journey and perspective, they've been incredibly valuable for the next generation. So, to everyone listening, thank you for tuning in to Game Changers, Voices of the Industry. If this episode resonated with you, make sure to follow, share, and stay tuned for more conversations with people shaping gaming. Until next time, keep learning, keep grinding, and keep leveling up. Thank you, Sabyasachi.
Thank you for having me.